Next on ACC Live Trending, Duke and Miami move up in the polls. If the tournament were starting today, where would you seed them? Plus,
the freshman is something special.
can Duke Johnson go from ACC Rookie of the Year to Heisman Trophy? Some football fans think it's going to happen. A year ago, Johnson was one of the top recruits in the country. Year after year, the ACC hauls in big names. Daquan Bowers was a top recruit, so was DJ Coles. We look ahead to tomorrow's National Signing Day. ACC Live Trending starts now. Welcome to ACC Live. On Tuesday, it's our trending show. I'm Jeff Fischel. The trending show means it's the stories ACC fans are all over on Twitter, on Facebook, on MySpace. No, not really. That's kind of gone the way of the dodo bird, hasn't it? Totally extinct. But tomorrow is signing day, and with me today, as always on Tuesdays, Kelly Nash, K-Nash Sports. Kelly, you excited about National Signing Day?
I am. I feel like fans either love it, hate it. I love it. College football is back.
Oh, love it. College football in February. Tomorrow on ACC Live, 24/7 Sports National Recruiting Director J.C. Sherbert joins me on the show to break down the recruiting classes for all the ACC schools. But right now, we want your thoughts on the Super Bowl. Tweet us at the ACCDN. What will you remember most? Is it the Ravens win or something else? Your answers coming up. But first, it is time for the buzz. Put this in your pipe and smoke it. The ACC is 1 and 2 in the country in RPI. Duke 1, Miami 2. In the new AP poll, Duke is 4th in the country, Miami 8th. Miami cracks the top 10 for the first time in 14 years. I tweeted this yesterday. If I were the king of March Madness, as of right now, I would make Duke a 1 seed and Miami a 2 seed. Kelly, do you agree?
Not with Miami. Duke, yes. Miami. They've got a big target on their backs.
So you think I'm overrating the Hurricanes right now?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, the Ken Pomeroy ratings, if you follow those at all, he has Miami, I think, 13 in the country.
Yeah.
Is that a little better?
Well, I was surprised Miami came ahead of Kansas in the RPI.
Jim Larinaga has cracked the code on the RPI because they had a couple losses that are a little disappointing, but nonetheless, number 2 in RPI. Okay, people are still buzzing about the Super Bowl. People had 34 minutes to kill time. So, Kelly, they tweeted and tweeted and tweeted, didn't they?
Yeah, and we got reaffirmation that some people have nothing else to do but create Twitter handles. When the Super Bowl lights went out, they created the handle Super Bowl Lights.
Perfect.
Nothing more clever than that. And they tweeted, only Beyonce can turn me on.
Jay-Z tweeted afterwards, by the way, he said, lights out, referring to his wife's performance, Beyonce. Some people actually saying Beyonce was so electric that she was responsible for knocking out the power.
We'll never know. Still investigating, right? Zachary tweeted, hopefully someone is comforting the terrified cheerleaders. I volunteer.
I think there's a long line.
And MLB, I love this one. Jeff and I, we're baseball people. We thought we'd take this brief pause to remind you, pitchers and catchers report in 8 days. Now it's 6, Jeff.
Not that I've been keeping track, but yes,
sooner?
I think it's 5 days. No. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Baseball starting up next week. Could not be more excited about Florida and Arizona. Now, in 20 years, you may not remember right away which teams played in the Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl 47. But if I say, hey, remember the Har Bowl?
Okay.
You'll know exactly which teams we're talking about. Or if a buddy says, remember the year the lights went out? You'll remember that, right? So again, that's what we're asking you. Is that what are you remembering most about the Super Bowl? Also trending, National Signing Day. It is tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, college football coaches sit next to their fax machines and wait for high school football players to send their national letter of intent. By the way, why do they still use fax machines? Does this make any sense in the digital age?
Keeping it old school.
Apparently.
Emails can be hacked. Fax machines, I'm not sure.
I like PDF files. No, most guys have already announced where they're going, but Kelly, if you guys are waiting until the big day.
Yeah, this is really good. They're of course waiting for the big day. Everyone trying to outsplash each other with, crazy ways to announce, but you got to look back to Isaiah Crowell. He had the puppy.
Oh, I forgot. This is classic.
A live prop. No hats. No t-shirts.
I'm not sure if his buddy sitting next to him was even aware of what was about to happen. Because he's got this look like, where did the puppy come from? Now, fortunately, the bulldog puppy was just a puppy. Which goes back to last week. You were asking puppies or kittens. So it all ties together here on ACC Live Trending.
It really does.
We're smart like that. More on National Signing Day is coming up. We look at the ACC's top recruits over the past few years. But now, here are some other headlines from across the conference. This is the ACC Now. Ex-Boston College linebacker Luke Kuechly is the NFL's Defensive Rookie of the Year. He made an immediate impact with the Carolina Panthers. Kuechly started all 16 games last year and led the NFL in tackles. No, not just rookies. He led everyone in tackles with 164. North Carolina's sixth-man extraordinaire P.J. Hairston is unlikely to play tonight against Wake Forest, but not because of his concussion last week. He has the flu. Reports say Hairston actually spent yesterday in the hospital getting IV fluids. Center Desmond Hubert also has the flu bug, but Coach Roy Williams thinks he'll play. Miami's in the top 10, and Shane Larkin is the new ACC Player of the Week. He averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 wins last week. The Women's Player of the Week, Georgia Tech's Ty Marshall. In a win over Wake Forest, she tied her career high with 28 points, set a new career high with 17 rebounds, and oh, by the way, she also had 7 assists. And that is the ACC now. Duke Johnson and Stephon Diggs showed that freshmen can come right in and dominate. National Signing Day tomorrow. Who's ready to dominate this fall? We start getting ready for the big day.
Out with the old and in with the delicious. Commit to bold taste with the new Flavor Resolutions menu at Ruby Tuesday. 10 entrees starting at $9.99. Try our savory barbecue brushed ribs and bacon wrapped shrimp. Or take it up a notch by adding coconut-crusted shrimp to our mango salsa-topped Caribbean chicken. Plus, enjoy our endless garden bar, free with any chef-inspired entree. Ruby Tuesday. It's all good here. Start the new year with savings. Visit rubytuesday.com today for a $5 coupon.
What's better, bigger or smaller?
Bigger!
So which would you rather have, a big treehouse or a small treehouse?
If it's big enough, you can have a disco. Oh, yeah.
Why do you not want a smaller treehouse?
Because it wouldn't be able to fit a flat screen TV, and then the TV would be about this big, and you would have to hold the wire. In the position you would hold the wire, you wouldn't be able to see the TV.
That's a pain in the buns.
Yep. Yeah.
It's not complicated. Bigger is better, and AT&T has the nation's largest 4G network.
The ACC Digital Network, the ultimate video destination for ACC fans. Exclusive highlights, live streaming games, and original live programming, unique access to the student athletes of our time and the legendary voices of all time. Defining moments, personal stories, incredible analysis from authentic ACC sources, cutting-edge content from the leaders in the digital space. The ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.
Good afternoon, Chase Sapphire. This is Stacy from Springfield.
Oh,
Hello?
yes, I didn't realize you'd be talking to an actual person.
You don't need to press 0. I'm here.
Reach a person, not a prompt, whenever you call Chase Sapphire.
This Dunk of the Day brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.
Lob pass. Oh, wow! Oh, Carl White. And that brought everyone off the bench for Florida State.
But Carl White with the emphatic finish off the inbound play.
Whoa. Share the love this Valentine's with a free dessert when you make reservations on rubytuesday.com.
Great, a Carl White dunk. Kelly, what's the dunk of the year for you in the ACC?
It's got to be Rodney Purvis, the putback slam.
This is the dunk conversation we were
6'3"
having
guard.
yesterday, J.R. Reed and myself. I was going for the Mason Plumlee reverse follow.
That was good. Okay.
And JR liked the Alex Len drive baseline reverse dunk on Mason Plumlee. You like the Purvis one, which is a great one. The Carl White one is great. Starting next Monday, the month of Dunkuary. You'll vote on the greatest dunk in ACC history. All right, welcome back to ACC Live. I'm Jeff Michelle. She's K-Nash Sports right over there. We're asking you, will Miami go undefeated in the ACC regular season, Kelly?
Not
what do
a
you say?
chance.
Not a chance. Ouch. No offense, Hurricane fans.
Yeah.
She says not a chance.
Not a chance. Well,
8-0 right now.
Yeah, last place Boston College nearly knocked them off.
Pushed them all the way. A free throw with 0.5 left missed, right? Exactly. Tweet us at the ACCDN. What do you think? Can the Canes go undefeated? We just got a tweet from Hurricane Sports. It says one game at a time, please. In fact, it's a hashtag now.
At a time.
Jim Larrañaga, of course, dreading talk of going undefeated. He just wants to think about taking one game at a time. So Hurricane Sports telling us
They're polite
slow
about
down.
it. They're polite about it. They added the please at the end. I like that.
As we mentioned, the Miami Hurricanes are at home tonight against Boston College. Let's look at tonight's menu. Over the last 10 games, Kenny Kaji averaging 15 points, 7 rebounds a game. And Reggie Johnson now back to full strength as well. BC does have Ryan Anderson, top 5 in the ACC in scoring and rebounding. And freshman Olivier Hanlon leads ACC freshmen in scoring. Also tonight, North Carolina at home against Wake Forest. Not only are P.J. Hairston and Desmond Hubert dealing with the flu, James Michael McAdoo tweaked his back in Saturday's win over Virginia Tech. He sat out practice Sunday, but is expected to play tonight. He's been great, averaging a double-double in his last 4 games. At 9 tonight, Florida State, Georgia Tech. The Noles are 4-4 in the ACC. Yellow Jackets 2-6. Robert Carter Jr. and Marcus Georges-Hunt are 1-2 on the team in scoring. It would be just the 6th time in ACC history that a pair of freshmen could lead a team in scoring. And that is tonight's menu. Miami right now has a 2-game lead on Duke, 3 games on Virginia and North Carolina. The Canes have 10 games left. So, Kelly, I'm not interested in asking people whether they think Miami wins the regular season title. I'm going big.
Okay.
I want to know, can the Canes go undefeated in the ACC regular season?
Well, we asked fans on Twitter. Here are my 3 favorites. BC Interruption, of course, Canes face Eagles tonight. Tweeted, ask again in 24 hours.
Oh,
very
predicting
clever.
an upset.
We'll see. Zach, Duke. We don't know if Duke's his real last name. I'm not sure. Could be a Duke fan. Yeah, doesn't think so. And Chili, Clemson fan, obviously. Check out that Twitter handle. You know I love it. Seriously, you asked this question?
So these are fans that clearly have a vested interest in seeing the Canes lose. Here's the rest of the schedule for the rest of the regular season for Miami. Again, tonight versus BC. North Carolina, it's a sellout, Operation Sellout 3.0, it's complete. So the Tar Heels will be facing a crowded house at Bank United Center. Tough road trips to Florida State and Clemson, then March 2nd at Cameron against Duke. Then they wrap up the regular season at home against Georgia Tech and Clemson.
Here in Miami, it's the Duke Johnson Show.
What a move! Duke-O-mania continues!
He is amazing.
We are watching somebody who could be a legend at Miami when it's all said and done.
Here he goes! Duke Johnson to the sideline! The freshman is something special.
Duke Johnson was the ACC Rookie of the Year last year, over 2,000 all-purpose yards. Now, some people not only think he can win the Heisman, they are backing it up. An online sports book has Duke Johnson at 12-1 odds to win the Heisman. Kelly, what do you think?
I think he's humble. I like him a lot, but
like Duke
what
a lot.
I want to know, where's Sammy Watkins?
Some other athletes on this list, by the way. Taj Boyd, 15-1.
Okay.
Stephen Morris,
Realistic.
Duke Johnson's backfield mate, the quarterback for the Hurricanes, 25-1.
Stephen Morris ahead of Watkins. Seriously?
Stephon Diggs, 40-1.
Okay.
But again, as you point out, no love for Sammy. No one.
Completely forgot about him.
I have to admit, I'm shocked about this as well. In case you're wondering, the favorite is Johnny Manziel to repeat as Heisman winner. That's a shocker, 4-1. Tweet us, what do you think? Who should be the Heisman favorite from the ACC going into this next season at the ACCDN? Now, all those guys were top recruits once upon a time. Tomorrow, a new class signs on the dotted line. It is National Signing Day. Let's look at the highest-ranked recruit to go to an ACC school each of the past few years. Last year, it was defensive lineman Mario Edwards. He had to wait his turn, but after injuries to Brandon Jenkins and Tank Carradine, Edwards saw a lot of time in the ACC title game when he had 7 tackles. He played a lot in the Orange Bowl as well. 2 years ago, the top ACC recruit was another defensive lineman who chose to go to Tallahassee, Timmy Jernigan. He was named a freshman All-America in 2011, and Jernigan will be one of the top recruiting tacklers on that FSU defense next season. Remember the 2010 recruiting odyssey of Chantrell Henderson? Now that could be an entire ACC live show in and of itself. He ended up in Miami, where he started 18 games in his first 3 seasons. He'll anchor an offensive line in 2013 that could help the Canes put up huge numbers. What about 2009? Wide receiver DJ Coles, he ended up at Virginia Tech. It looked like 2012 would be his breakout season, but he suffered a knee injury in the Hokies' first game and missed the rest of the season. Hopefully he'll be back at 100% this fall. And in 2008, the top ACC recruit was Daquan Bowers. He actually enrolled at Clemson early so he could take part in spring practice. By 2010, he was an All-American, widely expected to be a top pick in the NFL draft. He slipped to the second round because of injury concerns. He's played for the past 2 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's turn to our Clemson expert, Kelly Nash. What do you remember? Bowers was there the same time you were, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was there in 2008. He was a freshman, and I got to see him live that season. And you can tell watching him on TV how explosive he is, but seeing it live, Jeff, I mean, he is a violent tackler.
He was great, and truly, he was supposed to be a top 5 pick until injuries pushed him to the second round. Tomorrow on ACC Live, it is National Signing Day. If you are a football fan, it's about the most fun you can have hearing about people filling out forms and faxing them. If you were in your cubicle and people in work said, "Can you grab that fax?" you think, oh, this is soul-crushing. But tomorrow, every fax is hope. 24/7's National Recruiting Director, J.C. Sherbert, will be on the show live with me to break down the recruiting classes for all of the ACC schools. Kelly, how would you announce tomorrow? It's National Signing Day. Kelly Nash
Here
gets
we
to
go.
choose any university in the country to play college football. How would you announce it?
I've got to go Clemson, bring out a replica Howard's Rock, rub it a little bit, give it some love.
We saw the
Get
puppy.
ready
You
for
wouldn't
that
bring out a
hill.
baby tiger? Come on.
A little risky, Jeff.
I would get a tattoo of one school and then change my mind to the rival school. No,
I've heard that before.
That's a bad idea. Thanks for watching ACC Live. We'll see you with a big show tomorrow with National Signing Day.
Bye, guys.